Do you even deserve to overcome your panic attacks? Because when you feel like you deserve something, it is going to happen. If you are trained to become a very intellectual guy, if you're trained to become a person who excels in money making or academics, then you know this very well. When you feel like you deserve that good grades, it is going to happen. When you feel like you deserve to be at the top of the class, you will get a very top ranking. So, right now, if you are currently not being able to overcome your panic attacks, then I'm sorry, you do not deserve to be healed. And there's a way to become more worthy. There's a way to feel like you deserve to be healed of panic attacks. And that is through mental rehearsal of the imaginal act. When you imagine a life where you are completely free from panic attacks and you provide all sorts of sensory vividness, the things that you can see after you have become free from panic attacks, the wonderful things that you can hear from people, your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your dating partner, the things that you can smell after you have become free, the things that you can taste, things that you can feel, the things that you can do after you have become free from panic attacks. When you imagine all these sorts of wonderful imaginal act and you derive feelings from it, then you're naturally going to feel empowered. You're going to feel grateful that all of these things are happening to you right now, because your brain cannot distinguish between an imaginal act, which is provided with all the sensory vividness, and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. So when you start to feel all of these elevated emotions of gratefulness, of empowerment, then that means now you're worthy. You're worthy of becoming healed from panic attacks. Now you deserve to be free from panic attacks. Now you deserve to live a life where everything in your life is wonderful. So let's jump into the 3-step meditation process where I will teach you how to feel like you deserve to become free from panic attacks. And the moment you start to feel worthy of becoming healed, the moment you start to feel all of these elevated emotions of gratitude, empowerment, joy, the moment you start to feel like you deserve to live an amazing life, that is the moment your healing begins. So please pay really close attention to this 3-step meditation process. The first step is Yoga Nidra. People like Andrew Huberman, Dr. Andrew Huberman, who is a neuroscientist, have been calling this Yoga Nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol, but it is just yogic sleep. What happens is when you do Yoga Nidra, you're rotating your awareness through your body, throughout your body, and then you achieve a state of relaxation. You achieve a state of sleepiness, but your mind is still kind of alert. That is the moment where your subconscious mind is really receptive to all the mental imagery and feelings that you can impress upon it. Right now, you're watching me on a phone or a tablet or a computer, and your brain is producing beta waves. This is not a good time to program your subconscious mind with new kind of mental imagery and feelings. When your brain is producing high beta waves under anxiety and panic attacks and worries and concern, that is not the time to write programs in your subconscious mind and create wonderful things in your life. That is the time to survive. That is the time to just protect your energy in order to ensure your survival. But through Yoga Nidra, your brain will be able to create slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. When your brain is producing alpha waves, your brain will start to become really good at creative visualization. And when your brain is producing theta waves, the door between the conscious mind and subconscious mind is wide open. The analytical mind is now gone. Now, all the mental imagery, all the visualization that you will perform through your conscious mind will be accepted, believed, and surrendered by the subconscious mind as if it is the truth. So if in this state, you can imagine that you are actually free from panic attacks and you can do certain things, which I'm going to tell you later on. Your subconscious mind will accept all of those mental imagery and believe that all of those things are actually true. And when the subconscious mind truly receives this message, it is going to communicate to that cosmic consciousness, and whatever you have impressed upon the subconscious mind will actually materialize into existence, because cosmic consciousness is the source energy. It is the spirit that is in existence. It is the only thing in existence. Out of that cosmic consciousness, out of that source energy, out of that spirit, everything in this universe has come out of. So write new programs in your subconscious mind, communicate with that spirit, and become a magnet for wonderful situations in your life, including freedom from panic attacks and anxiety. Now, what you have to do after you do Yoga Nidra, by the way, there's a link in the description box down below on how to do Yoga Nidra. It's a 13-minute video, 13-minute video. Do that. And what you're going to do next after you do Yoga Nidra is, now you start to imagine, start to visualize an imaginal act where you are free from panic attacks and you're living your life after you have become free from panic attacks. Now provide all the sensory vividness, the sensation of seeing, hearing, tasting, feeling, smelling, after you have become this upgraded version of yourself who is free from panic attacks. Maybe you can see that you are going to the situations, you are going to the places that previously used to trigger your panic attacks and anxiety, but now you're just with your chest out. You can visualize that your breathing rate is really relaxed. You can visualize that you're taking your pulse rate and it is just 60 or 70 beats per minute. You can visualize that your friends and family members are just looking at you and they are just so happy that you have healed. They no longer have a worried face when they are looking at you. And here your people, here your well-wishers, your friends and your family members say to you, wow, you have become the rock of our family. Wow, you're so peaceful and relaxed these days. What's your secret? If you're avoiding coffee right now, if you're avoiding certain sensation of smell right now because you think it triggers your anxiety and panic attacks, start to indulge in those things in your imaginal act. Start to smell the aroma of coffee. Start to drink coffee in your imaginal act and say to yourself, finally, I can drink coffee again because I am free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you're right now currently avoiding dating, start to date people in your imaginal act. Start to touch their hair. Start to kiss them. Start to smell their perfume. Start to hear them say to you, wow, you're so peaceful and so powerful as a human being. How did you become so peaceful and relaxed? And you can even share this secret of communicating wonderful things to cosmic consciousness, and everything that you communicate with the cosmic consciousness will be given to you. You can share your secret of changing your life to your friends, to your family, to your girlfriend in your imaginal act. All of these things will signify to your subconscious mind that you are actually living your life with no longer anxiety, with no more panic attacks. So start to see wonderful things happening to you. Start to hear wonderful things happening to you. Maybe when you wake up in the morning, imagine that you have a big smile on your face. Because right now you're probably hearing a lot of racing thoughts in your head as soon as you wake up in the morning, and you are frustrated just as soon as you wake up in the morning. So imagine just the opposite of that. Imagine that you're waking up in the morning, you're looking at your watch, it's 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., and you just have a big smile on your face, and you're saying to yourself, wow, I finally healed. I no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. I have successfully written new programs in my subconscious mind, and I have attracted a wonderful life free from panic attacks and anxiety. Say all of this thing to yourself in your imaginal act. Hear people compliment you on how peaceful, on how relaxed you have become lately. And all of these things will signify to your brain that it is all happening to you in real time. Because when you provide all this sensory vividness to your imaginal act, your brain will start to lose its distinguishing ability between what the imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world is. This is what claiming that you are free from panic attacks actually mean. Providing all the sensory vividness to your imaginal act and imagining that you're actually free from panic attacks means you're claiming that you're free from panic attack. Now, the third step is simple. Just mentally rehearse all of this imaginal act over and over again. With enough mental rehearsal, the neural network that is associated with all of these wonderful things happening to you start to become hard, set, and permanent. And it is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body. And these feelings are going to be equivalent to whatever you have imagined. You have imagined that wonderful things are happening to you. You're free from panic attacks. You no longer have anxiety and panic attacks. You no longer have dry sensation in your mouth all the time. You no longer have your friends and family worrying about you. Instead, all the amazing things are happening to you. So you're going to feel the equivalent emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment, and confidence. And these feelings are actually breathing life into your imaginal act. All the imaginal act is like a electrical signal that you send to the spirit, that you send to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you actually desire. But the feeling, the elevated emotions that you embrace through mental rehearsal of this imaginal act sends a magnetic charge to the cosmic consciousness. Now the cosmic consciousness knows what you really want, and it starts to give to you what you desire. Now you become a magnet for whatever you have imagined. All the imaginal act will start to materialize into existence in a very unexpected manner. You will start to move across a sequence of events, and all the wonderful things that you have imagined will actually happen in your three-dimensional world of experience. But it's not even about breathing life into your imaginal act. It's about creating all of these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, and empowerment before amazing things actually happen to you. Because when you feel grateful, when you feel joyful, when you feel empowered, anxiety and panic attacks cannot coexist in your body. And now you have the tool to just close your eyes, make your imaginal act very real, and feel all of these feelings. And you do not have to even depend upon external circumstances in order to feel amazing feelings. Now the external circumstances, even if they are bad, they will not affect you, because you now have the tool to just close your eyes and make your imaginal scenarios so real that you will start to create feelings out of them. Now you become the master of your destiny. Yogis have always been calling that your external personal reality is Maya, is an illusion. Why? Because they know very well that your external circumstance is just an extension of your subconscious mind. When your subconscious mind has bad programs, bad messages written upon them, your external circumstance will reflect all of those bad programs. You will be surrounded by bad circumstances, bad events, bad situations. Your health will go into a deterioration. Your mental health will start to deteriorate. All of these things are actually happening to you because you have unconsciously written bad programs in your subconscious mind. Now, through this meditation exercise, write new programs in your subconscious mind, and your external circumstance will start to change naturally, because it is just a projection from your own subconscious mind. Write new programs, wonderful programs in your subconscious mind, and everything in your life will start to change. It's such a wonderful thing to discover and experience. So, the only thing that you must get really good at is becoming able to sustain these elevated emotions of joy, gratitude, empowerment for a very long period of time. Because right now, you can sustain the emotion of anxiety, panic attack, worry, concern for no reason, because what you have done for a very long period of time is you have visualized the worst case scenarios of your life, or you have remembered, you have memorized the past traumatic events of your life. Either way, those are imaginal act, those are mental imagery in your mind playing, and you have always been deriving feelings from it by mentally rehearsing it over and over again. So just do the opposite, and sooner or later your second nature will be of joy, will be of empowerment, will be of gratitude. And that is the moment change has happened. That is the moment you're no longer afflicted with anxiety and panic attacks. So I'm going to give you a wonderful tip, and that is, as soon as you wake up in the morning and as you go to bed at night, these two times are the windows where your brain is naturally producing or trying to produce alpha waves and theta waves. So do not miss these two windows to write new programs in your subconscious mind. Do the meditation at least these two times of the day, and you're going to see a significant improvement in your mental health in a very short amount of time. And do this meditation process whenever free time you get during the day, because you need to have a developed attention. Your attention needs to be focused on the mental imagery that signifies that you're free. Because right now, your attention will either go to the past traumatic event, past things, past events where people have hurt you, where situations were unfavorable to you, or your attention will start to go to the future, worst case scenarios, future bad events, and you will always be in a state of anxiety. But through repetition of this mental exercise, through repetition of this three-step meditation process, you will finally be able to keep your attention on the imaginal act that signifies that you're now truly healed. And when your attention is now focused on this imaginal act, you can derive feelings from it, and you can now change. But the thing is, you need to be able to keep your attention on this imaginal act to change, and that requires practice. That requires showing up daily and doing this three-step meditation process at least 2 times a day, or if you want significant improvement at a very short amount of time, 3 times a day. So do this and change your life. Do this and become free from panic attacks and anxiety. If you have someone in your life who is currently struggling with panic attacks and anxiety, send them this video and change their life. Now, I have made a ton of different videos on how to completely overcome panic attacks and anxiety. And if you want to experience one-to-one online coaching, message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description box down below or pinned comment section down below. It's expensive, it's an expensive course, but I will make sure that you will never experience panic attacks ever again. All this anxiety and panic attacks will be a thing of your past. Remember, sky's the limit once you truly know how to become meditative. Imagine wonderful things and embrace the emotions of that imaginal act. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.